I have made a video on Dogecoin every single day for over 500 days now, the current longest active streak in the world, and I'm telling you that this live that you are watching right now is perhaps the most important video that I have ever made regarding Dogecoin, and that is saying a lot. This journey has been pretty dang incredible. If you want to press like, you're certainly welcome to in order to help this video get out to more people, and subscribing with notifications on is extremely important right now as we are getting closer and closer to the next big phase. Take a look. This right here is Elon Musk. He just conducted an interview. He's actually conducted a few of them recently on top of a few new big announcements coming in. Now, we're about to get to that in just a little bit here. We also have this right here. Crypto assets are worth nothing, says ECB's Christine Lagarde. Christine Lagarde, this is a picture right here of Christine Lagarde currently telling you that all of your cryptocurrency holdings are actually worth, not whatever they're worth, $0. That's what she's saying. So we are going to absolutely have to roast the heck out of her. One of the most stunning and magnificently brave roasts in the history of the Final Stand show is coming up in just a little bit, so get excited for that as we will absolutely destroy Christine Lagarde once and for all and send her back to the depths of wherever the heck she bureaucratically crawled from. So that, of course, will be very exciting and fun. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This right here is the Artemis mission, and Elon Musk is absolutely no stranger to doing incredible things, but this just goes to show you exactly how big of a scale what's happening is going to be on. With Artemis, NASA will land the first woman and first person of color on the moon using innovative technologies to explore more of the lunar surface than ever before. We will collaborate with commercial and international partners, aka SpaceX, and establish the first long-term presence. Then we will use what we learn on and around the moon to take the giant leap, sending the first astronauts to Mars. So some incredible stuff just right there off the bat in that writing. As you come into live, yes, you're welcome to take a second to press the like button. It actually truly does help for this video to get out to as many people as possible. One like equals one new individual coming in, so definitely worth it if you want to help. Oh yeah, that's definitely true. There's no question about it. Drumming for energy, says Bobby Fritz, and you love to see that. Read the Artemis plan. They actually have a full 35 megabit PDF plan with a lot more details. You can go see this on nasa.gov. Just type in Artemis mission, NASA, SpaceX. Why are we going to the moon? We are going back to the moon for scientific discovery, economic benefits, and inspiration for a new generation of explorers, the Artemis generation. While maintaining American leadership in exploration, we build a global alliance and explore deep space for the benefit of all. Some cool pictures there. Economic opportunity, inspiration for a new generation, discovery. Why the moon? That video was pretty fun to watch. We built Artemis base camp on the surface. Gateway human landing system, Artemis base camp, continuing to see basically this masterful plan unfolding. And what's exciting here is when Elon Musk comes into the picture, because take a look at this. SpaceX plans moon landing in 2022, and there are some confusing things here regarding this, because a lot of people think the moon landing is going to be when the people land on the moon. And yes, that's true, but keep in mind, they're going to have to do many tests before that. They have to have it perfectly in peak condition to send humans up there, because there cannot be even more than a 1% chance that something goes wrong and the humans end up having something happening to them. They have to make that chance as small as possible, and it's not at the point yet. First, you have to do tests and things like that and make sure everything's good, which means Elon Musk, if he wants to, can easily just send an empty rocket onto the moon and take a Dogecoin to the moon that way. There's a lot of options for getting Dogecoin to the moon that can happen way sooner than the actual human beings touch foot on the moon's surface again, which will be an even bigger step. One small step for man, one giant leap for Dogecoin kind. That's going to be a hope. If someone says that line, that'd be amazing. It's only the beginning, says Morty OGs. MJ Pack is saying, are you going to delete your channel? Yes, if Dogecoin does not hit $1, we will delete the channel, but we're so confident that will happen. Dogecoin to $1.51, which is approximately double of where its all-time high was. That is the prediction that I think is easily realistic and hittable. Think about it. If SNL, which had approximately 10 million viewers, maybe up to 20 million, was able to get Dogecoin to 75 cents. Imagine if we have 50 million, 100 million people even, a billion people watching the moon landing. So that calculation was based on the lowest estimate possible. If we simply see 50 million or so people watching the moon landing when it comes to Dogecoin, that's automatically double SNL. And if SNL could do that, then now we know that that's possible. So what if we see double, triple that in terms of viewers? Then we could see double, triple that in terms of price potentially. So it's a realistic expectation that we could potentially be not far away from that happening. SpaceX on a fast track to send Starship. Elon Musk, he doesn't like to waste time. He moves very fast. Now he is also trying to acquire Twitter, but keep in mind, he said he's spending less than 5% of his time in regards to Twitter. Most of his time is spent regarding SpaceX, and some of his time as well on Neuralink and things like that. But still, SpaceX continuing to get the majority of it. Tesla too, getting some energy. Not as much though. We are aiming to be able to drop Starship on the lunar surface in 2022. SpaceX President and Chief Operating Officer Gwynne Shotwell said during the NASA-organized CLPS telephone. So there we go. That right there is exciting. But here is one of the craziest plans that Elon Musk has ever announced and put forward. Take a look. This right here is scheduled for 2023. Actual human beings on the moon. Take a look. 8 crew members wanted for mission to the moon in 2023. Dear Moon, this is basically going through one of the richest people on the planet. His name is Yusaku Maezawa. He's a billionaire in Asia who is pretty dang famous in his own right, but continuing to grow in his notoriety. They're recruiting 8 very talented and unique individuals, I guess you could say, to come on. Some of them are YouTubers. Some of them are women who have been in the field of science for as long as they possibly can remember, things like that. Like the types of people who have insane levels of credentials, and also the types of people who have fun and do art and things like that in regards to the moon. So it's pretty cool to see that mission coming together, and it makes you wonder, is it possible that they could be looking for a super energetic YouTuber to come on and live stream on the moon? I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Should we get Matt Wallace? Should I apply to be part of the Dogecoin moon mission? I don't know. Just imagine if we can actually get me on the moon. Oh my, it's over. All right, Dogecoin to infinity dollars. If we can get Matt Wallace on the moon, that would be a massive win for Dogecoin. I mean, just imagine all the things I would do up there. Imagine me saying Dogecoin to the moon while actually being on the surface of the moon. That's not impossible. I've looked through the applications that they have. They have Everyday Astronaut on there. He's a YouTuber. They have other YouTubers. They have other people who talk on camera for a living, but right now they do not have anyone with insanely high energy who can go up there and really make the atmosphere more fun. Now, I could be wrong about that because they have not technically released the list yet or even part of it, but I would love to be part of that mission. So let's see if we can make it happen. Maybe I should apply and make a video. Now, that said, there are people way more qualified than me. I mean, let's just be honest. There are people that have PhDs in these specific industries. There are people who literally have insanely large followings that want to be part of this. I mean, there are lots of people way more qualified than me, so I probably do not have the best shot of it, but there is a shot. It's possible. It could happen. Maybe if we impress someone, or maybe if we get Elon to pull a few strings, it could certainly happen. So you know what? We'll remain optimistic. Maybe, just maybe. We'll see. I hope so. If it does happen, hugely big win that I will absolutely be happy for in terms of Dogecoin, especially pre-registration, initial screening assignment. But imagine just sending 8 artists to the moon. I mean, the stakes for that mission are insanely high. If something goes wrong, I mean, that's really bad, right? I mean, it's already bad in its own right, but just imagine if something like that were to go wrong. So please make sure it goes right. Sell me your Dogex, and of course it will. I mean, they're going to do so many tests before anything like this actually comes to fruition. Dear Moon Project, the first civilian mission to the moon is planned to take place in 2023. The rocket developed by Elon Musk's SpaceX will be a week-long journey to the moon and back. In 2018, Japanese entrepreneur Yusaku Maezawa purchased all of the seats aboard this rocket, wishing to give as many talented individuals as possible the opportunity to go. He announced in March 2021 his plans to choose 8 crew members from across the world. That right there is such a genius way to cement your legacy. If you have that kind of money, why not do something along those lines? Why wouldn't you? It's just the smart thing to do. But Elon Musk still will, of course, play a role. You can see special message from MZ and Elon Musk was also on that website there. Dear Moon, pretty cool graphics. You can see, all right, this graphic's a little bit weird, I have to say. I mean, what the heck is going on here? Let's see if we can go up to that. I don't know where it went. Oh man, is it gone now? Okay, let me try. How do I get back to that? Oh, there it is. Okay, we may have to screenshot it in order to be able to actually get it. Yeah, I'll have to screenshot it because for some reason this website's acting up. But all right, I will say that's a little bit, that graphic right there is a little bit weird. I mean, I don't know who designed that, but you may have wanted to think that through just a little bit more. we won't. No, it's okay. We won't go there. We won't go there too much. But there's some graphic designer that's probably laughing right now. Good job, man. That's funny. Nice work. But as promised, it is time, of course, to commence the roast upon Christine Lagarde. Let me go ahead and pull out the roast music. Christine Lagarde. Here is a picture of Christine herself. She believes cryptocurrency is not worth even $1. It's worth $0. Bitcoin should be worth maybe the negative, perhaps. Who knows? That could be her opinion. We don't know. She clearly is not a fan of cryptocurrency. I wonder why. Let's go ahead and read some of her accolades and credentials. Christine Madeleine Odette Lagarde is a French politician, economist, and lawyer who has been president of the European Central Bank since 1 November 2019. She previously served as chair and managing director of International Monetary Fund from 2011 to 2019, and I will say that's pretty impressive. All those credentials make her perhaps the most boring human being on the entire planet. I mean, just think, the amount of bureaucratic butt that you have to kiss to be able to get any of those positions, and to think she was able to get all of those positions within one single lifetime. I mean, the level of butt kissery must be absolutely chef-level mastery. Congratulations to her for mastering the art of kissing bureaucratic butt, as she, of course, does and must do consistently. She is 66 years old currently. In 3 years, she will have perhaps the most interesting thing that's ever happened in her entire life happen, turning the age of 69. And I don't know, we may be going a little bit hard on her, but probably not, because this lady continues to do weird, strange things that actually make people's lives worse, using her positions of power, in my opinion, for the worse. So we could say we're going too hard on her, but I don't think so. I mean, I think we're being fair. Now, I will say, I have not met her in person. Maybe she's lovely, maybe she's nice, maybe she's wonderful. I don't want to go too far here, but from all indications that I can get my hands upon, it seems as if this lady would be better off not being in a position of power for the world. Why in the world would you say something that actually frees people and empowers people is worth nothing unless you want to have that power yourself? If you are in a massive position of desiring control over others, then of course you wouldn't want them to have access to cryptocurrency. You would want them to only have access to the money that you supply them, the money that you have control over. You can print more of any time you want. That's just the way these things typically work. I mean, what even is the European Central Bank trying to do here? Those types of organizations are super serious and official, and they think they're so good and so important, and everyone else is below them. I mean, it's just the type of thing that really annoys me. I'm sure her glasses right there are not very happy that they have to rest upon the face of a bureaucrat. Now, they would much rather probably rest upon the face of literally anyone else. It's just the way it is. Now, we won't go too far there because we don't want to be mean, but at the same time, for goodness sakes, why would you say something along those lines so ridiculous and silly? I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who probably wants her to be president. If that's you, then I hope you are not allowed to vote. I hope you're under the age of 18. I certainly do. Oh my gosh. I mean, what the heck, or whatever. Yeah, that's okay, depending on the country you're in. I guess in Europe, there's probably different laws in terms of ages to vote. So we may have pulled a little bit of an oopsie there, but whatever the age is to vote, I hope you're under that age if you think she should be president of anything. Much less being any leader of any organization whatsoever. SpaceX moon landing 2022, though, that's the big exciting news that makes this live so important. Combined with this, the mission in 2023, two huge things that are happening relatively soon. Now, a lot of people asking, when, Matt? When shall it happen? Most likely, it will be October, November area. Typically, we have seen some of the most important space missions happening around that time, and so it could certainly happen again. You may remember, too, the first moon landing. What year did it happen in? 1969. I mean, that's just history writing itself beautifully. You gotta love it. Better be realistic, says Michel, coming in. $1.51 is not just realistic. I think it's even underestimating Dogecoin's potential here. We could see it absolutely going significantly above $1.51. That's just really more of a low side target with the catalyst that we're looking at. Now, if you want to argue on the pessimistic side, you could say maybe it will take longer for some of these catalysts to happen than we were expecting, and you certainly could be right about that, but they still will happen, and that's the most important thing. And it could also be that they happen faster than we're expecting. Never underestimate Elon Musk's ability to get something done insanely fast. That's true. Yes, if you press like, it will help get the video out to as many people as possible. Dogecoin will be the first to recover from this bear market, says Alex Johnson. I like the sound of that. Have you seen $1.21 or whatever it was from which person? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Dogecoin to 350 by today next year, says Cultural Politics 2.0. I like the sound of that. You certainly could be onto something there. Elon gives alien Dogecoin boom, Doge $1. Oh yeah, just imagine if aliens are found and Elon Musk does a Dogecoin transaction with the aliens. I mean, at that point, $69 confirmed. I mean, how can we not? Dogecoin to the moon as well, says Marty Mar. I mean, yeah, that would just be awesome. I come in peace. Give me Doge. Maybe you'll get suctioned up into the alien spaceship, but instead of them using one of their weird alien techniques to do something that perhaps wouldn't be the most comfortable, you know what I'm referring to, sadly. Maybe instead they will give you Dogecoin and send you right back down to Earth, as long as the Dogecoin doesn't have a tracking chip or some kind of secret listening device so that the aliens can take over the entire human civilization and create their own super alien civilization where humans are, of course, led astray and now turned into simply nothing but servants of the aliens. That is not what we want. So that would be bad. But besides that, we should be good to go. Thank you for your honest, good and bad takes, says Will Solace. Of course, happy to do that, Will. Even if something's bad, we'll still talk about it here on the channel. We're not going to be cherry picking only good stuff, even though we do like to talk about the good stuff, but it's because it's actually good. But then we'll talk about the bad stuff too, here and there in between, when people like, of course, our favorite woman on Earth, Christine, the most important human being on the planet, according to herself at least, Christine Lagarde. I mean, when your name's Lagarde, what do you expect? She's lagging. That's what's happening. See, there we go. That explains it. We're wondering why she can't get a grasp on actual real ways humans think. It's because she's lagging. She's the game is breaking for a second here. She's lagging a little bit. That's why her name is Lagarde. That was a terrible joke, but whatever. I mean, close enough. Deal with it. Not all jokes have to be good. They just have to be. You have to tell some bad jokes every once in a while in order to get to the good ones. It's just the way it is. Education First says, oh, Alex, sipping what? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Educational First, though, coming in with a green symbol because he is, of course, a member of the channel. Appreciate you being a member. He has the emoji next to his name because of that, which is pretty cool. Bro, you can't lag in mine, says Ash Catchum. Lagging Lagarde. Oh my gosh, Logan, I like that, Logan. Her new name is Lagging Lagarde because that's what she does. She just lags all over the place. It is what it is. What can we say? Also, take a look at this. SpaceX looking to raise $1.7 billion in new funding, boosting its valuation to now $127 billion. For a company that's not even publicly traded to be worth over 1/10 of $1 trillion. At this stage, only Elon Musk, we'll just put it that way. I mean, that's one of the highest value companies in the history of ever, and it's not even a public company. Pretty incredible stuff right there from Elon Musk, raising a new funding round right now. Remember too, Elon Musk has had a history of a little bit of trouble when it comes to raising money. He almost went bankrupt with multiple different companies and just barely was able to scrape through funding wise for it. We would not see Elon Musk in the position he's in right now without those things going exactly right the way they did. So pretty incredible stuff right there. I mean, just imagine if Elon Musk was just a normal person. That's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, he's so much more than that right now in terms of what he's contributing to the world. It would actually be sad if that was the case. It really would. Doge is, oh, come on, man. We do have some haters there now, but you know what? The haters can hate all they want. If people genuinely believe that Dogecoin's over, you have to have some sort of special set of negativity in your mind. And to be honest, I feel bad that you have that. You can't possibly go through life being that negative and expect fun things to happen. If you are, of course, someone who sold all of your Dogecoin right now, And then when Dogecoin does spike, think about how that's going to feel. It's not worth it. It's better to hold your Doge because we know what's coming. And if you don't believe it's coming, all that will result in is extreme unhappiness when, of course, you see the rocket taking off and you could have been on it, but instead you chose to sit on the sidelines and watch everyone else have all the fun. It is what it is. I feel a little bit bad, but not really, because you knew what you should have done, and you chose not to, so that's on you. You can still get in, but you're gonna have to get in at a much higher price, just the way it is. Dogecoin price is over, says MJ. See, there's a couple people who genuinely believe Dogecoin's over. It is what it is. We just explained already what the deal is with that. 151 by November. What is the catalyst and analytics to back up that claim? So basically, it comes down to two main things: the moon mission happening this year, and also Dogecoin's utility expanding rapidly. Dogecoin right now is one of the most owned cryptocurrencies in the world in terms of total number of individual unique specific holders. So with that, it has the ability, when the use cases actually start to pile on top of each other, to become a utility coin, even more so than it is now. And a lot of people just see it as a joke. A lot of people just see it as something to push by the wayside that will never actually do anything for real. And so that has led to a lot of people who do hold a little bit to not want to hold a lot. Whereas they may want to hold a lot of Ethereum or Solana or another cryptocurrency like that. So once people get the mindset of, okay, well, I shouldn't just hold a little bit, I should hold a lot, that's going to lead to the next massive wave of Dogecoin, and it will be extremely exciting to watch. So look forward to that. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that we could be only months away, we likely are months away from one of Dogecoin's biggest runs in the history of cryptocurrency. Anyway, make sure to subscribe with the notifications on. You can check out all the links in the description right down there. I'm Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.